All right, we are live. Hey, what's happening? Good evening. I'm just making sure that we're live with everybody now. Looks like everything's on my page, but I'm here with another amazing young lady in our state here in Florida. Her name is Clare Bowie. She just won the girls' state championship at 100 pounds, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yep, 100-pound state champ. Uh, her and Kaylani have been going at it all year. They had two matchups, and right now Claire is leading the way there. Kaylani's a great young girl. I'm sure we'll see big things come from her as well. But tonight, it's Claire's night, and this year's been Claire's year, and she's been having great success this year coming out of the that great program at Palm Harbor. They're just building legends down there. But one great thing, state champ this year in Florida, Southern Belle champ, which is our female version of the knockout, and grappler All-American. So I think you had third or fourth right there. And then, but before all that, she was a junior Olympian judo athlete. She was a US Open junior judo athlete. And she'll talk about all that and what led her to the wrestling game. But first of all, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's cool. I know that I've been following you this year and watching you this year. And then I always, Matt obviously brags about you. He's like, wait till you see what Claire Bear does this week. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep my eyes on her. And he wasn't lying, man. You've been having an awesome year. Man, first of all, talk about this year. I mean, I remember talking to Kaylee in the summer, and we didn't even know what was going to happen, if we were going to have a season, if Florida was going to wrestle. They were just trying to find rooms. And here I was talking to her last night, and we had a full season. I mean, there was some moments that got disrupted, but for the most part, as a state, we got to wrestle. So, what has this year meant to you, and ending it with the cherry on top? Talk about that.
I mean, in COVID, I kind of got a chance to really like build my wrestling because I'm a kind of like a first year wrestler, and I got to meet a ton of people. The preseason, I got to meet Hannah and her dad, and they really helped me to learn freestyle and train with her individually, and I just got a lot out of it. And then the whole season, it was cool because it was nice to get some matches and see what I could do with all the work I put in.
Yeah, and I know you say, you're a freshman in high school, so first year wrestling on the high school level. But let's be honest. I mean, you were already a world level athlete. I mean, talk about how you found wrestling. You came from a whole other area, right?
Yeah, I did judo for a few years when we lived in Minnesota, and then we moved down to Florida, and it was like an hour drive away. And so I trained there for a while, and I had like some aspirations, dreams there. But then my parents started a business, and it was too far. And my dad had wrestled in high school, and he was like, "Hey, try this. It's close. You're gonna like it." I was like, "Okay." So we tried it, and I really fell in love with the sport, and I've been digging it ever since.
Yeah. So you ended up at Palm Harbor for high school. What a perfect room for a young lady like yourself. You had Hannah Hall in there, who's a senior this year, and just an amazing mentor to the young boys and girls in there, I'm sure. So, you know, why has that room helped you become so successful this year? Talk about
Um,
your coaches, talk about your drill partners, your mentors.
I have a ton of coaches. My coach Matt, Coach Radner, Coach Hall, Coach Tom, some of the kids that's some of the people at the club too. And then I have all these people telling me and supporting me with my wrestling, and they all really help me and try to help me through getting better and just making sure I stay on track with my wrestling.
How do you think judo has helped you in your wrestling transition?
I had some movement down already. I understood how matches and like intensity and kind of like pressure for like in a big match would go before I stepped on the mat for wrestling. So some of that kind of stuff I had down, and then some of like my throws I had down, and basic just understanding like endurance and getting out of a match and facing someone.
Would you tell other young boys and girls out there to do some judo if you're looking to wrestle?
Yeah, I mean, get some judo in, learn some throws. It's cool. It's a fun sport. I really enjoyed it while I did it.
Now it's wrestling. Now that's your focus. Do you think we'll ever see you uh, doing
Probably
that?
not. I really like wrestling.
Cool. Well, talk about your season. So there wasn't much happening. Well, you got some wrestling at the beginning there, and then obviously we know what happened as far as the county getting shut down, and there were some hiccups there. Some girls' tournaments got canceled due to COVID. So you were
Yeah.
kind of just practicing and working, and then next thing you know, you're at the knockout. You're in the 100-pound bracket, and you cut to get there. That was planned. You planned to come down to 100. I know, talking to Matt, and you trained for that weight class at the knockout, and you got there, and you won that. Now you won the state tournament.
Yeah.
Man, how did you go from zero to hero so quickly?
A lot of practice training. I wouldn't say I was at zero before. I just really had it trained. Like, I'm not trained. I hadn't competed on like a larger scale, and I had just kind of got into the sport like a year and a half ago. So this year really allowed me to like compete on a bigger scale and show people that I can wrestle. And I mean, I don't really like to brag.
That's okay. I'm trying to make you a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
I just like
So obviously, Coach Matt, Clare Bear, Sam McAlpin, he said, get you some sis. If you know who Sam McAlpin is, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that owns Alabama Fighting Championship. So if you ever want to get in the octagon, he's the guy to call. But yeah, so now what's next for you?
I'm gonna focus on the like the national season, probably try to train a lot of freestyle with Hannah and really focus on freestyle right now. And then obviously the high school season next year, and I wanna try to help build a girls program next year too.
Bring some more girls into the room.
Yes.
And how many are there now?
There's three that train in like the higher level is me, Hannah, and this girl named Miranda.
And Izzy,
Excuse me?
right? And Izzy.
Oh, and Izzy, yes. Yes.
She's running around there. How many times do you say, I'll drill with Izzy?
Oh, I tell her every time she comes in, like, Izzy, you're my drill partner, right? Like, what are you talking about?
And I'm sure she loves it. And how do you get, when Izzy's in the room, how hard is it to get Matt's attention?
It's not that hard. No, I like to tell her what to do.
Matt doesn't just forget about everybody and just focus on her.
No.
It's awesome. Kaylee Reese says, godlike material. Jennifer Hanka, you go, Clare Bear. So you're getting some shout outs. What are some of your goals and dreams from here? I know you're only in 9th grade. You'll be in 10th grade.
I'm gonna have a successful high school career. I wanna wrestle probably in college. Maybe on the higher scale. I still have a lot of time to think about that and develop my freestyle. So
And how much are you looking forward to girls being sanctioned next year?
I'm excited. It'll be cool to like tell people, yeah, I wrestled girls high school. And they're like, that's actually a sport next year.
And
So and then people will be like WWE. Like they're like, no.
don't worry, they do that for boys too. I get messages. As a matter of fact, I got to call the gentleman back. I don't know if he's listening or not, but I get people that reach out and they're like, "Hey, we've got fights coming up in wherever, and we see you have a wrestling podcast." And then they send me a photo, and it's like the WWE style, like some dude in like a pearl jacket, like, yeah, like But the WWE style, I'm like, no, not that wrestling, different wrestling. So it still happens this way. Uh, you're younger now, so people are giving back to you right now in the sport. But how important will it be as you grow and start to become the leader in the room to give back to the younger generation?
Oh, it'll be very important to me. I have a little sister, so just like that group of kids too, I want to help and bring them up if I can and do whatever I can. And I would like to just grow the sport, make people appreciate girls wrestling more.
And now, did you will this be the first off season that you kind of travel with the girls to some national tournaments?
Yes, this will be.
Steve Hall said taking the torch. Tom Major says she's a hammer, one of the hardest workers in the room. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Hannah would let you off the hook if you weren't working hard, right?
No, she wouldn't help.
She'll push you. Yo, you're gonna miss her?
Yeah, I'll miss her.
It's been like a big sister for you, right?
Yeah.
Carrie Thomas, hi Claire, we're so proud of you. What is something you would tell little girls now? Your brother's 3, your brother's in 3rd grade, your sister's closer to your age, right? She's 7, she's in 7th grade.
Yes, she's in
But
seventh.
oh, I'm sorry.
I said yes, you're correct.
Yeah. But what would you tell little girls out there right now that want to aspire to be where you are today?
I would tell them to get on the mat, have some fun, try to get out there, put yourself out there, drill hard, but definitely enjoy it while you're out there, and never lose focus and try to keep consistency.
Who's your favorite, Avramaitis or Radner?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a push.
Yep, definitely tied.
Definitely tied. Were you standing next to Matt when I texted him today when I was like, yeah, I'll ask him, who's your favorite coach?
I told him I was going to tell you my mom was because she's not a coach at all.
She's not a coach at all. Safe. How did you get into judo? Do you have family that did that, or was it just something that
I
you
just I
found
wanted a sport to do, and I wasn't real athletic. Like with lacrosse, I tried that, was not good at that.
out?
And my dad was like, you could try this. It'll be cool. Just
He
try
just
it.
had plans for you since he wrestled. He had secret plans for you. He was like, you know what? I'm going to talk her into judo because I know after a couple of years of that, we'll get her on the mat and she'll start throwing some people around.
Yeah. He was like, well, I think that worked out. He enjoys just bringing us to wrestling and stuff like that.
Now, does he get in the room and coach from time to time, or does he kind of just
Um,
stay on the sideline?
maybe this year, and then next year he's gonna try to coach the girls team, or he's gonna coach the girls team for Palm Harbor.
Oh, well, that'll be cool. You looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year you'll travel. Are you looking to go to what are the ones I think Hannah and Kaylee were telling me about? You've got the Showtime coming up, right? Showtime,
Yeah,
Showdown,
I'll compete at the showcase.
and then you guys have some national tournaments coming up, right? That you're going to travel on.
Like UWW, Fargo, Tulsa,
Uh,
whatever, whatever.
and then there's some team stuff, right? I know Kaylee said that you guys have some teams where you go out and compete in duels.
Yeah, like the Tulsa dual team, I think it's called.
Oh, there's Steve Hall, UWW, Fargo, Tulsa.
He would
Yep.
not. He would know it.
Yeah, you got both halls coming from you from both sides.
Yeah.
All right. Have you been to Fargo yet?
No.
Excited? Looking forward to it? I haven't been there either, but from everybody I've spoken with, they say just the experience of being in that room and the people you meet uh, is incredible. I'm sure Bug can fill you in on that, but from people that I talked to that even like their first year there, they didn't have a lot of success, but they met so many amazing people there that now they found drill partners and people that became lifelong friends. And that's pretty cool how wrestling works that way, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have plans to go there and not do well. I'm sure you have plans to go there and kick some butt.
course, that's the idea.
Steve said you're going to kill it at 94 pounds. Is that where they're trying to get you?
Yep,
Can you get down there?
we're gonna do it.
We're going to do it. Awesome. So, so we talked about giving back. Uh, you know, it hasn't always been winning, right? I mean, when you first got into fighting or into wrestling or into judo, there was some times that you had to overcome.
Successful
Huh?
right away. I said yes, I was not successful right away.
And what do you tell people who think they can walk right into a sport and win right away? How do you tell them, hey, just overcome the adversity, just keep drilling, keep working, it'll turn for you? Because a lot of kids, after 5, 6, 7, 8 losses in a row, they quit, right? So you want to see them get through that. What do you tell them, the ones that are losing right now that are kind of feeling a little bit tough on themselves?
I would say, hey, it's all about the experience, getting used to getting on the mat, getting out there and just putting yourself out there and giving it your all. Because in time, if you drill hard enough, you practice hard enough, you have the right mindset, you will get somewhere.
I agree. Jason Henke said, loved watching your season from Aiken, Minnesota. Can't wait to see you and the fam in Fargo this summer.
Uh,
So you
tell him
get some love, huh?
you.
I,
I would say, tell him I said thank you, but he can see both of us.
I guess he's watching, so he can hear you say thank you. So you're looking forward to cheering on Bug tomorrow?
Yes, sir, I am.
You're going to stand in the corner?
Of course.
She's got man, if anybody can make a run, she can. So I'm looking forward to watching it from afar here on track. But all the girls that are out there wrestling this weekend on the boys' side, I'm looking forward to watching them all and seeing what they do. It would be great. Last year, I know one girl made it to states, Jasmine. Put the beer on ice, Jason. Your dad just responded to Jason. Put the beer on ice. This year, I'd be great to see 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And there's some girls that can do it.
Definitely.
It'll be fun to watch. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'll ask you the same ones we asked your friend over there. Leg lace or gut wrench?
Probably gut wrench.
Oreos or Chips Ahoy?
Both.
Both. I may know the answer here, but I'm going to ask anyway. Arm drag or arm throw?
Definitely throw.
Yeah, I figured being a judo background, the throws are the ones that are coming, right?
Yeah.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Half or cradle?
Cradle.
Fries or tots?
Fries.
Now, the waffle fries, the thin and crispy fries, the sweet potato fries.
Thin, crispy ones.
I think the one next to you likes the sweet potato fries that way. Right, Hannah? Sweet potato? See that? High C or ankle pick?
High C.
I don't know if you're there yet, but iced coffee or hot coffee?
Iced coffee.
Yeah, what's your go-to?
Fancy, like peppermint one that's hot from Starbucks. I like that one.
Oh,
That's the exception.
yeah, that's not on fight day, right?
No.
She said that one's fire. All right. Well, have you wrestled? You haven't wrestled 32 or Fargo yet, right?
No, I have not.
Well, then that wouldn't be a good question for me to ask you. So let's go Wendy's or Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I should have waited now to say Matt or Radner.
I just be like, yes. Good question.
Now you've had a few opportunities to let's say this, duels or IBTs. What are more fun for you?
I haven't competed in a lot of duels, but probably IBTs because you get to progress But I really like the team experience too. But in IBT, sometimes you get that if all your team progresses. So
In your short wrestling career, is there somebody right now that you really get up for, you look forward to, or you want to face?
I like just going against I just like going against any girl who challenges me and is a good wrestler.
Is there anybody out there right now that either locally or in the country that you would really love to see where you're at against?
Um, I don't have anyone on mind. Just all the girls that competed at states, I would enjoy wrestling them. They're trying to tell me some weird names.
Yeah. Who's leading the country at your weight? That's who you want to wrestle, right?
Yes. Yeah, Alex. Oh, that's the name they're trying to tell me.
Oh, I can't hear him. You're not shouting anybody out, right? Well, that's okay. Hey, Steve Hall, rock star, mark my word, top 20 in the country by the end of this summer. There you go. Steve Hall has spoken.
That's the
Well,
plan.
hey, you'll be traveling, God willing, all these tournaments happen and we keep progressing as a sport. And it's been great. I think you guys had 320 girls at the state tournament. That's awesome. Talking to Hannah, there was probably a quarter of that when she first started at Florida State's. And now, you know, and last year there was probably about 40 more, but that's because just COVID year. People had COVID, girls were at their districts, things just happened. But I think it's only the sky's the limit for you. Keep doing big things, keep showing them what you're about, and you've got the right coaching staff, you've got the right people around you, you're in the right room, and I look forward to seeing big things from you. I'll be watching you.
Thank you.
And good luck, Hannah, tomorrow.
Thank you.
Go out there and kick some ass. And cheer her on from the corner, right?
Yes.
And how one quick thing, little sister, you want her to be better than you, right?
Yes.
How's she progressing?
She's good. She hasn't competed a lot yet. She's about 65, 70 pounds. So
Are you doing that purposely? Like, hey, let's get practice in, let's get drilling in, let's get to your point where your confidence is up, and then we'll get you on the mat?
I try to do that. I try to not tell her what to do too much because sometimes she gets mad at me. I don't want her to hate the sport.
Now, did she do any judo first?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so she's got some of those throws already under her belt. Yeah, see, Dad had a plan. Well, hey, like I said, good luck to you through the rest of the season, through the off season. I'm sure I'll see you somewhere. And again, shout out to Hannah there. I hope she kicks some butt tomorrow.
Yep. Let's go, Hannah.
Go Hannah. Let's see you at the state tournament. Let's see you guys. And, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I haven't had a chance to really talk to you. I've seen you in the moment wrestling with the adrenaline up, but I hadn't had a chance to come over and say hello or anything because you were just going so much. So it's good to finally get to meet you. Thank you, Matt. I texted Matt. I texted Hannah. I'm like, let's get Claire on. And here you are.
I didn't set it up right. I was like, I hope I did it right.
Yes, it was awesome. And like I said, keep doing big things. It's nice to see a young lady like yourself and all the young 8th and 9th and 7th graders out there on the girls' side that are really, I can't wait to see all you girls when you're seniors. It's going to be so much fun to watch. I'm sorry, I'm shy. Are you shy?
I can be at first. Once I get to know people, I'm pretty outgoing.
Yeah, I hate talking on here like this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm having a good time. I hope you had a good time as well.
Thank you. I did. It was nice talking.
Yeah, and we'll see. Carrie Thomas, you're awesome, Bear. This was great to see. Well, it's my pleasure. Anytime you want to come on.
Thank you.
I'll bring all you girls on after Hannah makes her run. You all can come back on as a group.
We'll do that.
All right. See you later. Have a great night.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.